Yeah, just going to make a little video. I understand that, everything's slowed down in the world, and probably wouldn't be bad if I put a video on every day so someone could watch it for 20 minutes of their time for something to do, keep their brain away from what's going on, if you know what I'm saying. I keep them things tapped all the time. I make sure my lymph nodes are filtering my system, and I always make sure Jolene does it all the time, just for the, why not? You know what I'm saying? And anyways, as we go on this bike, probably a lot of people are looking at this bike and think, wow, that's effing ugly. But, in the end, if I just keep going with it, I might be able to make it look like something, if you know what I'm saying. As I made that into a drag bike, I just want to show you on the tank is what I'm thinking on the tank. I like the tank. The handlebars are going to go down as far as they can. The bars down. But the tank is nice because you can lay on the tank. See my belly? My belly can lay right on the tank. It's actually quite nice. I'm going to try to get the handlebars as far as I can ahead. And I'm going to put a little visor on the front. But right now, as I keep going, as I just keep playing with it, as anybody else, if they're doing their project and it's not looking the way they want to make it look, just continue on and then think about it as you rock and roll on the other stuff. Just continue on. If you do not finish it, you will not know what it looks like. So right now, it's pretty hard to say whether you like it or whether you don't like it because I haven't finished it yet, if you know what I'm saying. And that's the exact same with everybody else's project. If you don't finish it, I don't know what to say. You just got to get a little mojo on her. But anyways, this is what I'm doing right this second. These are the fender skirts that we have made for the bike. And I say we because Jolene helped me weld them up. Helped weld the gas tank up, helped me do everything, helped me hold the metal on, did a bunch of stuff for me. But as I get going, when I weld them on the round rod, I've got some pinholes on the, some divots that I don't want to grind it out and take all the weld off just to get it. So what I've done is put some fill on the inside of that edge to fill them in. We are going to cover them, and I'm going to show you how we are going to cover them. But them fender skirts are going to look badass, I think. They kind of remind me of the 57 Chevy, the inserts. And I was thinking if you had a 57 Chevy or if you had a different car, you could make that insert for the exact same thing I'm doing right at the present moment. So anyways, I'm just going to put around a little fill across there because when we cover them, I don't want to see any rivets in there or pivots or dents or whatever, bad spots. I've sanded them down. I took an 80 grit on a feather edger, sanded that off. This one here, I've taken that wheel there because this one had some paint on it. And I wanted to strip it off. I use a little wheel like this on a drill. We'll strip a lot of cars with that. They do a nice job. They're getting expensive, but hey, what else do? You can't gnaw it off, you know what I'm saying? And the feather edger, I just had a piece of paper on it, so I scuffed that one off. We will sand that primer off, and they'll just be primed. There'll be no more body fill on them. Just that's it. Because they're going to be covered. There's no sense in me wasting product if they're going to be covered. So what I would do with those is I would prime them, paint them, and then cover them. I gotta have paint on them. Can't just put primer on because primer can still feed through. Probably on this side, I'd run a little seam sealer around it so nothing can get in it. Undercoat it, be done with it. So there's the fender skirts. But right now, I got them fitting on the back piece. Don't know what that's called yet. Back fairing. Right now, I got the shocks on it. I want to lower the bike down. So as I get down, and what I did is I found the lowest place possible. So in my brain, as I'm building this drag bike, I'm building nothing other than a project for me. That's all I'm doing. So it's nothing that I'm gonna get out and race or anything like that. I'm just building this bike because I want to. Or my brain is telling me to do it. And right now is probably a good time to do it while everybody's kind of in the, in the life-changing situation. As I go to the lowest point, it's underneath that header, so I find the lowest point. I wouldn't measure from there. I'd measure from the lowest point. And it's about 6.5 inches off the ground on that pipe over there. So I'm gonna, 6.5 inches. So how much can I lower the bike by dropping the ass end? I've decided on 3 inches. So to take 3 inches out of this, I'm going to find the center of this and this. This is my shock. I'm going to take 3 inches out of it, 3.5 or whatever I'm going to take out of it. 3 inches, I think. yeah, I'm gonna take that shock off and I'm gonna replace that with a, I'm gonna make a piece. I got some metal over there, I've checked it out, I've got some metal, I've already made one, and I said, what the hell, I'll just show everybody what I'm doing. So I'm gonna replace that and make this, you know, it's not gonna move anymore. So the shaft drive bike is not gonna jump in the air anymore. That's what I've been told, that they jump in the air when they take off, but it's not gonna do that anymore because we're gonna make it hardtail. After I do that, I'm going to take, I'll have one made for here, one made for here. The wheel will come up inside. That means the bike will drop down 3 inches, 4 inches, whatever I'm going to do. And from there on in, I'm going to jack that wheel up, put them on, and I'm going to make a ladder bar that comes out the back. And I think I'll keep the exact same distance as the lowest point on the front. Why not? Yeah. I'll show you what I'm doing right this minute. What I've done is, I went 3.5, I measured that, and it's 13.5 inches. I'm using the measuring tape this time. It's 13.5 inches from center to center. So I said, what the hell, I'll make these 10 from center to center, take off 3.5 inches, drop it down 3.5 inches. So center to center is 10 inches. What I've done is I made them out of square tubing and a piece of stock we had left over from the ladder bar. That's how thick the ladder bars are from Speedway, the nice ones. Very nice. You know, that's thick metal. Anyways, I gotta make one of those to replace the shock. And what I've done is I got another one here, and I'll show you what I've done. This is what I've done. I've taken this metal here. This is what I like on this here. I've taken this is the ladder bar. Alex cut off and had to remake or refurbish. What I've done is I took this and put it on here. Like when you have that, what do we call it, the saw that makes your tubing fit so tight and people can TIG weld it and make it look gorgeous, I haven't got that. And actually, I don't need that because this is what I'm going to do. Where the flat tubing sits on that metal, there's quite a gap. That's perfect for this sort of stuff. Now I can have some time to penetrate the heavier stuff and run it over to the lighter stuff, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I can put that in the middle. And what I've done is I've made myself a little jig here. I don't know why, but I read a message, or Jolene read a message to me, why don't you make yourself a table? You know what? I'm too fast for a table. If you know what I'm saying, I don't want to take that time to keep that table moving around where I'm going, setting something up and all that stuff. I don't want to do that. And the reason being is it takes time, you know. Time I set that table up and get the metal up there and get everything set in place, I would have it put on and I'm on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? So as I get down and get up again, I know it's hard on me, but it does keep me flowing somewhat. You know what I mean? I am kind of working out a little bit as I'm working. And when I go in at night and I'm tired, I feel good. I did a good day's work, you know what I mean? Like I did a good day's work. I didn't sit on my ass, I did something, you know what I'm saying? But as these hard times, it's made me play with this bike. I'm playing with a bike. So what I've done is I took a piece of 1/8 plate, laid it underneath that, and that'll give me the distance that I want to center in that. This 3/4 inch pipe here is the perfect size to take place of that shock. I measured that shock, the opening, and it's a perfect place. So when I take them shocks off, I'll be able to, I got the jack over there now because I know I'm going to use it. So I'm just going to pick up the wheel, jack it up, hold it in place, and then I'm going to put these on there just to hold it in place. And what I plan on doing is putting one on this side, one on this side, and then I'm going to run a ladder back, or ladder from this right here, from here, maybe in the center from this and this, run it straight back. I will put a scissor truss in it so it can't bend. I'll do the exact same thing on this side, run it back, we'll run it back to a wheel. And we'll look like we know what we're doing. But in all honesty, this is the first time I've ever done this, is put a wheelie bar on something, so I don't know. If it's right or wrong, it really doesn't matter if it's just for me, does it? You know what I'm saying? Like, as you do your project, you can feel the same way. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm just making something. I got the tail light welded in there. That went fairly nice, you know? Anybody can do that, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can do that, put the tail light in it. Kind of, I think what it will do, it will make a lot more tail light when it reflects off of this. It really will shine quite bright, brighter than you would think. It'll illuminate. The paint, I think I have figured out. I think I have the paint scheme figured out. It's not going to look like what it shows on the side of that. I'm going to weld this on here. I'm going to weld that on there. And then I would take it over and cut it off. I'm not going to try to cut a 3/4 inch piece and then try to hold it on top of that. When I weld it on there first, weld it all the way around, and then take it over there and cut it off, then I hold on this big piece, right? Well, sometimes. Sometimes. If you couldn't tell, we got a little Kenny Rogers on. Got a lot of nice songs that man he does. I like Islands in the Stream. Good song. Get your heart pumping. Baby, did you do your lip noses yet today?
Yeah.
Ha ha ha! Told you. Yeah, see, it's got a big gap in there, eh? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld. It's got a big gap in there, and that's perfect because, well, now I can throw some weld in there, and you know it's got a lot more to penetrate. If I had it really tight with that thick metal there and that thinner walled metal, it would be hard for this to penetrate that really nice and to know for sure that you've got that connected. But with that distance away, to me, it's the perfect fit. I know one thing, I get my glasses on. Can't see shit. People under 40, if they don't know, when you get past 40, you'll probably have to wear these little things. If you didn't know that, just tell me. Yeah, that's what I do, or that's what I did. Pull that on there. Pull that on there. Flip it over the other side. I like. Yeah, see, there's quite a gap there. That's a good thing. So then I can put the heat on this big piece. Yeah, so that's what I do there. I'm gonna run here a little bit. Watch yourself, Bean Bean. Oh, I love my little dog. Love my little dog. I didn't want to cut all the weld off, I cut a little bit off. That's what I've done there, weld that on there like that. So now I'm going to do another one. Got this piece again here. Forget my piece here, squeeze that off a little bit. Forgot where I was at for a minute. Just my own brain. My own brain. Imagine that. My own brain, baby. Imagine that. Oh, going well done that way. That'd be good. Yeah, so that's, and the reason I chose the 3/4 pipe, I think I already said, is because that the opening on the shock opening is 3/4 inch, so that's why I did that. That's why I did that. Jesus. You know how I can tell when that metal's hot? Touch it. Hot. Anyways, what's going on here pretty good? You zip these up a little quicker, and we can try it on the bike so you don't have to. Yeah, so I'll make a video every day while the quarantine's on. Because I'm just going to do a little bit every day. I'm not going to do a whole bunch every day. What I do, probably on the video, I'll do a little bit and that'll be it, you know what I mean? I want to take some time off too. So, as I do it, I'll show you exactly how I do it, right down to the primer, to the body fill, to the painting, to everything. Chopped it down pretty close on there, but I still got all this welded here. I'm not even going to touch that, and that's where the big hole was, so I should be fine, you know what I'm saying? Cool. Yeah, I'm not even going to grind that part. I just hate seeing things break if you, I don't know, I have no idea. Just doing what my brain tells me to do. You know what I'm going to name this bike? Quarantine. What? Quarantine. It's a nice name, isn't it? that's one of them. Excuse me, Green Bean. Excuse me, Green Bean. We got that. Yeah. So that's how far it's going to go on there. I don't even know yet if I'm not going to need to shim that or not, how big that stud is or what's going on there. I don't know yet. I've never played with a motorbike yet. A half inch is not going to do it. I don't have much metric tools. So this is what I'm going to do. The little set here might have some in it. And this will show to anybody in the world the tools do not build, or the shop does not build the bike or the car, if you know what I'm saying. So, welcome to my little tool set here. See, let's see if we can't find something here. Huh? Huh? Tool set there, maybe into that. Yeah. So, just bear with me. My expertise is not with. I'll probably need a shim in that by looks of the head of the stud. Right? So she's gonna roll. Right there now, would you? It's the bottom, smaller. Sometimes, just, I don't know, I'm not doing mechanical work much, so I have to pay attention to what nut, you know, what place this nut's a little smaller than this one's a little bigger than this one, so I know what's on the top, if you know what I'm saying. So I have to pay attention to that sort of stuff, I guess. Oh, Alright, get that off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, nothing washers. Look at that. They got a shim in there. No, it's not gonna be my shim. Let's put a washer. I want to put a washer there. There always should be a flat place, you know. I like a flat washer there, I guess. A flat washer to a lock washer. Yeah, that's gonna be. I'm gonna put that right there. Take the other side off. I hope that we got the right size. That going through. You think, baby? Huh? Well, that actually gonna come right out. Or fall. That's what she did. She fell. All right. Awesome. Leave that big washer in there. Just too bad that wouldn't have fit. That wouldn't have fit ours, but it didn't. Well, it'll be a little smaller, but let's see what happens here. It might not, yeah, it's not, I don't like it that much. So what I'm gonna do is, I use one of these, let's go through there. Don't fall in love with a dreamer. That's all I do is dream. Need a little doing too, eh? Don't do as I do. Just learn from my mistakes. be like, don't pick it up too high. For that, I gotta come up even higher. And that's what I did that for, because I can jack it up a whole. I sunk her, didn't I? But that's what we wanted, wasn't it? Or that's what I wanted. I wanted to sink it. Tina? Yeah, well, quarantine is kind of different, but I'm excited for tonight. Me and Sexy are going to have date night tonight. And what we're going to do is we're going to sit back, and we're going to relax, put on TV or whatever we want, whatever music we want, play a little ping pong, have a little drinking wine poo-poo. We're going to get some bread and some olive oil and some balsamic, and we'll dip away and tell each other lies. That's not true. No, we'll just laugh and carry on and relate. How's that? And relate. Relate. I think I want a thicker washer there just to... I guess it don't matter for right now, but what is going on right now is I want a true read, if you understand what I'm saying, as I jump up and go get a washer, and I'm not going to leave these washers in there, but in all honesty, I want a true read on what's going on here. And if I put it right exactly where it's supposed to be when I weld it, and then when I'm done, it should be called a true read. Should it, baby?
Yeah.
Huh? A true read. So now I got one on there. I'm going to put one on the other side. Just going to take that off. Yeah, this is going to get tricky. Now, you never thought about that. I never thought about that. Oh, I see. It's not really nice true read there, is it? Anyways. As I have the wheel down like that, or up like that, this is like what I'm thinking. Oh, it's tacked pretty good. Look at that. Well, that's the bad boys there. Good glasses, baby. Well, that's enough anyways. But can you see?
Oh, right here.
What? Oh, there. Like this. I just figured something out. I did. Anyways, I'll cut that apart later, but I'm going to use them in two pieces because I'm not going to throw them away, obviously. So this is what I'm thinking. As I got that knocked down, I'm going to take one, not this big piece of tubing, another piece of tubing. I'm going to take one from here, one from there, and do the exact same the other side. So I'll have one up top here, I'll make it fit, weld it on there. Where it's at right now, if I leave it like that, then actually what I'll do is I'll make sure these are right in place where I want them. I do not want them out of place at all. I want them exactly where they're going to be. Whatever it takes to get them that way, that's what I'll do until it takes a different washer or whatever. But when that comes time, and I got that in place and tight, then I can weld these on because they'll have a true read, if you know what I mean, if it's reading right. If you cut on the wrong side of the line with the grinder, you've just took it an eighth the other way, if you know what I'm saying. If you draw the line, you took on the outside of the line, you made it maybe an eighth too long, or It depends on where you cut, and you have to pay attention to that. So as I put these on here, I'm trying to pay attention that these are in place and where they're supposed to be welded. So anyways, from here and there, I might put a scissor in there maybe, and then I'll go bring them together and put a wheel down here. One thing I've just noticed, these are not going to be all be made and be able to come up and put on. They can't be done that way. These have to be able to come off. Have to be able to come off, because if they don't, I can't separate them to put them over the top of the shock on the other side, if you know what I'm saying. I can't spread them. Yeah, maybe I can. Yeah, possibly I can if I do the wheel. If I leave the wheel apart, I can take the wheel apart and they're not connected in the back, and then I can pull them open. Yeah, those come down to the back and pull the wheel. Yes, I can. Sorry, excuse me. I can weld them right there and bring them down. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just let the bike down probably. Maybe not. What I'll do is get the same height as the back wheel. I'll get something set up back here so it's the exact same height. And then I can run my bars back as far as I want and keep the distance that I want off the front of the bike. So yeah, there should be some testing, but anyways, I'm going to play with that stuff in my own brain. And I'll come out a little tomorrow and I'll show you something what I've done, or if I put that on there, maybe I'll make that tomorrow. Make this piece come out the back and do that. Sounds good to me. Video tomorrow, you want to watch.